Hello, Perfidious Pete here, back for a little bit Friday night relaxation, maxing and relaxing down in the stress-filled dungeons, because that's just how shitty my work has been. This is what I do to relax. What's up, chat? I'm super glad it's Friday. Hope you're super glad it's Friday. Thanks for coming to hang out with us, spend a little time down in the darkest dungeon, doing a good job. We did a good job. Great job there, homestray. Yeah. I'm sorry, that's it. I'm too exhausted, chat. A Homestar Runner reference. That's the best I got for, like, humor to intro the episode. It's gonna be a weak T stream. Just come to grips with it. Accept the fact. Or, you know, go check out, I don't know. There was some lady dancing for nickels on chat, or on Twitch, rather. And I mean, literally just like a girl in a scantily clad halter top dancing for nickels, so go check that out. Honestly, if you're gonna throw a nickel somewhere, you get more of your money that way than you will here. But hey, I don't need nickels. I do this for free because, again, this is what I do to come to relax from the bitter grind that is my, you know, good old-fashioned day job. Potapon, hey, welcome. Architect, hello yourself. Not the darkest dungeon. Technically, you're chilling in the hamlet, not the dungeon itself. Okay, yep, thanks, thanks, chat. Nothing better than, there's no kind of right that's better than technically right. We did a good job, apparently, on our last mission. Honestly, I don't even remember what our last mission does. Let's figure out what our next mission is going to be and see if we can do a good job on that one as well.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Pyrolux, thanks very much for the host. I appreciate it. Welcome to the stream as well. Plague Doctor's notes. This is intriguing. The thing is we're not going to get this. I always look at the Baron's Hamlet, and I'm like, ooh, the Baron's Trinket's really good. We're not going to get this one, though. I feel like we really need to get started on taking out the Baron, though. Blacksmith lives in his hamlet for free. He should be giving you handies every week. He doesn't live here for free. I mean, who do you think built his house? Probably he did. What's a jorb, and how much does it pay? Well, if it's my jorb, it doesn't pay that much, actually. And mostly it's wandering around scooping up other people's fuck-ups. And I say mostly when I mean basically exclusively that. I really feel like we should go have a smack at the Baron. The problem is our best Baron bashing team done and went and leveled themselves out of contention. Although, what else, like, what do we have for a backup? If only one of you guys hadn't leveled, like if it had just been not Han Solo or Dash Rendar, we could take Jack Porkins, Max Rebo, maybe Snoke. Or Padme. Padme would be great. You know, and I would like somebody who has a rebuke or a riposte in this. The fact that 3 of you also already have the Crimson Curse has the added additional effect of making this pretty attractive. Let's say we're going to do this. Let's say it's going to be Max Rebo. You know what? You can work out of the... No, let's keep you out of the 3-hole. Well, would we rather have you out of the 3-hole or Snoke? I think you're better out of the 3-hole than Snoke. We got plenty of cash. We're going to need some upgrades here. We throw Jack Porkins in the old 2-hole. This is not admittedly a team that has a supreme amount of healing, but maybe we could get by with like a Jen Urso. Because we're not going to have to camp in the courtyard. We won't have to worry about that. You can bring level 5 or 6 heroes into veteran missions in Radiant mode. Yes, I know you can, but I'm not... I've got like a self-imposed limitation that, with the exception of that one time when we got totally screwed because Max Rebo spent an extra week in the brothel and we took Slice Noodles into a mission. I'm trying to conserve to the, I'm not going to take over-leveled heroes into under-leveled dungeons. It just seems kind of unfair. I do want to go have a smack at the Baron. I think it's time we make a start. Who's going to fill this front slot? I'm leaning towards Jen Urso because I'm coming around on the Shield Breaker. I think maybe they're not quite as terrible as I think they might be. But again, this is a strong maybe. I'm also thinking about maybe a Luke Skywalker or an Asajj Ventress. Luke Skywalker would be nice for the extra bonus heals. And again, has the added advantage of already having the Crimson Curse. We could get a little additional stress relief with him if we needed it. You know what? Yeah, this is Skywalker territory. Yeah, this is Skywalker town. Beat it, scrub. And then they throw Jar Jar Binks out on his ear. Wait a minute. You know what? No, probably that's not it. Probably I would think it'd be like a young Anakin going, yeah, beat it, scrub. And then he throws one of the other urchins that Watto had kidnapped and forced into child slavery. Like he kicks him off the side of a pod racer. That seems more in keeping with his character. So let's make sure everybody has the upgrades they need. Luke Skywalker, armor and weapons, scarred flesh. This is getting pricey. How you doing on skills, though, Skywalker? You okay on skills? No. In fact, this is going to cost a magnificent... You know what, chat? Maybe we're not ready. And maybe the reason we're not ready has to do exclusively with upgrades. Like Max Rebo, Jack Porkins, though, they're already sorted, right? Porkins is good. Rebo, he also requires all of the skills, which sucks. And Snoke has skills but needs what? We're not going to be able to provision this. We can't do it. You know what we need, chat? We need a Rose Tico mission. We got to come up with a cash cow. We got to go milk. We got to go milk some dank cash out of those golden udders down in the dungeon. Pete, did you just say Rose Tico had golden udders? I mean, I don't think Kelly Marie Tran is unattractive at all. I don't know as I'd necessarily say her breasts were golden udders. One, because it seems kind of dismissive, and two, you know, actually, never mind. She is okay. Maybe they are golden udders. Maybe I'm not giving her the appreciation she's due. Maybe we should try to put together a team that can handle this shit then. And it's gonna have... Oh, we can't even take Rose on a mission, though, because she's doing what? What are you doing? Are you getting... Is this a disease cure, or are we getting rid of a quirk? Because if this is a disease cure, we're gonna kick you out of that and just take you on a mission with a plague doctor instead. Yeah, you know what? To hell with that. Come back to the fold, Rose. I'm not paying for that disease relief. Actually, I think I may have already paid for it and just didn't get the money back. We'll take you on a mission with Dark Plagueis, and he can cure your ass. I'm kind of salty that you guys don't have better skills. So Rose, we'll put you in a 2-hole. We put Darth Plagueis probably in the 4-hole, which means we need a 3-hole healer. Do we have a 3-hole healer? Kinda don't, but we could put you in the 3-hole and have Captain Phasma come in and be a 4-hole healer. She's a 4-tool character. Pete, I gotta revisit the Mary Fuck. Okay, fine, we'll revisit the Mary Fuck kill. Morena Baccarin, Jewel State, or Summer Glau. Previously, it had done this with Gina Torres, and she was the kill because she wanted to die to be reunited with Wash. But if we take Gina Torres out of this, this actually becomes a little more difficult. In this case, I think you kill Summer Glau the way that she has killed every television show she's ever been in, because she is just cinematic poison. You still fuck Morena Baccarin because she's just gorgeous. And then in this case, I think you got to marry Jewel State because she seems like she'd be a really good mom. There you go. We need somebody who can be a frontline hitter here. And this doesn't have to be a long mission either. We got a little like squirt in, squirt out kind of thing. Not the way you want to handle the Morena Baccarin encounter necessarily, but fortifying garlic, we have no interest in that. We have a dead rat already. We could go take a shot at the hag. Man, the Coven Signet is real good. You know what? Yes, actually. The problem with going after the hag is we don't really have room for the dead weight that is Rose Tico. We need somebody else. Like, we ditch Rose, which sucks, because then we aren't going to get a chance to take her on a mission with Dark Plagueis and get rid of that creeping cough. But do we really care? Kind of not. And we replace her, I think, with probably Zam Wessel or Asajj Ventress. I'm leaning towards Asajj Ventress just because she's got better gear. We could flip a Jar Jar in here. We don't... You know, Obi-Wan wouldn't be bad here. We would have some small amount of marking synergy going. We could sack the Plague Doctor for Galen Erso, although Erso's got a little more stress than we're comfortable with. That would be even more markable synergies. She is size 2, though, and if we want mark synergies, maybe what we would be better off to do is get rid of those guys entirely and bring Boba and Jango. We have Boba and Jango go do the dirty. You know what? I like this better. You guys got to switch, though. Let's go kill the hag, because I really like the Coven Signet. We've got a lot of people who have the freaking Crimson Curse. In terms of pure attractiveness without MFK involved, how do you rank the 4 women of Firefly? I think if we're talking just like classic straight up physical beauty, I think Morena Baccarin is probably the most attractive still. She is just kind of a classic olive-skinned, gorgeous dame. Second behind that, I think I'd probably go with Jewel State. Probably is the number 2. And then I'd throw Gina Torres in there as my number 3. She's a little hippie for my taste, Gina Torres, but some folks are into that. And other than that, I think she's got a great aesthetic. And Gina Torres does have a really sultry, sexy voice. Although so does Morena Baccarin, which is why she's still at the top. And then probably bringing up the rear, I would say Summer Glau is like the least attractive physically. What is this rancor, chat? Why am I doing this? You guys have turned me into a shitty listicle website. Thanks a lot. What am I supposed to do next? Like, rank the douche bro names? I'm going to put Chet at the top, then. Chet is the number 1 name for a douche bro. So, what state is our Django Fett's... You don't have the Crimson Curse. Well, you do, but it's not elevated enough that we can actually take advantage of it by either giving you Bloodlust. So, how do we want to work around? Classic, solid bounty hunter trinkets, then. I think we got to go Brawler's Gloves, Surgeon Gloves for our number 1s, then. Make you a critical machine. We follow that up with The Hag is Human. We could take a big dodge penalty for big bonus damage. And then we could offset the dodge penalty by going with the Sun Cloak. You know what? I'm comfortable with that. Actually, maybe we go even bigger dodge, lower our stun resist. Get more dodge out of it. It's definitely going to be a blasphemous vial here for our boy the Plague Doctor, and we can throw anything else we would like to chuck at him. He's got an available slot. I'm not really sure what we'd want to give him. Little bonus dodge doesn't necessarily seem useful. We don't really have a whole lot of good Plague Doctor trinkets. Bonus damage, not helpful. Probably just the survival guide, I guess. And not even for the trap disarm, but for the scouting. For our medic, this one's a no-brainer. We just go for the medic's greaves, and then we get the childhood treasure. Throw that bunny rabbit on there. That's trinkets sorted. Hey, Damien K, welcome to the stream, bro. Chad, Hunter, Anton, or Willard? I mean, okay, first off, I'm going to have to say strike Anton and Willard. Neither one of those are douche bro names. You didn't get like a Tucker or a Tanner anywhere on the list. There was no Bryce. You're way off on the douche bro names. Chad, not even a number 1. I mean, Chad's going to be a douche. Hunter's going to be a douche, but are they number 1 caliber douches? They're pretenders to the throne. Chet is your number 1 douche. And then probably right behind him is like a Tucker. Tucker is a douche name. You will never meet someone who isn't an actual physical bag of walking douche named Tucker. Rich Legacy kids, those are rich legacy names. Anton and Willard are legacy names. Like, Willard isn't even a name anymore. That's like a nickname for someone who's named William. Willard is not a nickname. Nobody is named Willard. Unless you're in a movie about a giant rat. Does our team need skills? These guys should be relatively well equipped or outfitted. Captain Phasma, how you looking? You need armor, but we can't really go hog wild on the armor. How are you doing on... I'm more concerned about your skills. You need basically all of them. Captain Phasma is our healer, so I feel like we got to keep her pumped up. Plagueis, like, you're as good as you're going to get. I'm sorry. We still need some money here to equip. Django and Boba should be good. Django and Boba are good. But Darth Plagueis, probably skills are the most important for him, actually. All right, we blow our wad on skills. We're so poor. We gotta sell. We gotta offload some trinkets then. We gotta have some trinkets we can get rid of. Stuff that we've got duplicates of. What do we have 2 of? Like a stun stone? Well, you know what? The dodge stone. Yeah, I'd say the dodge stone is kind of useful, and it is, but doesn't matter. We're never gonna need it. The warrior's cap I'll keep. Critical stone we'll keep. I'm never gonna use a move charm. I'm never gonna use a stun stone. Anything else we might want to get rid of? Sturdy Greaves. I mean, I'm never going to use them, but we only have the one. 4,600 is probably enough. I say, you know what? I say probably. It's definitely enough. All we got to do is go kill the hag here, so we don't need to go just lunatic crazy on provisions. Let's get this sorted, go get her dead, and then we can go mess around with the Baron some. Give me an anti-venom. Just one. We have a bandage. Give me 1 extra bandage. Gotta take 3 shovels. I'm going to go light-ish on the food. We need torches, plenty of them. And I think that's it. Well, we do. Okay, you have the bloodlust, so we'll take 1 vial of blood, but that's it. 1. You got to make it last. Do we take a key in the event of secret room? We'll take 1 key. This is it. Done. That's all the provisions.
Her knowledge of horticulturalism and its role in various arcane
My
practices
dog's name
impressed
is
me
Tucker.
greatly.
Well, it's less problematic
My
if it's your
licentious
dog,
impulse
because
gave way
dogs
to
are
a
rarely
genuine
douchebags.
professional respect.
If you had a
And
cat
together,
named Tucker, I'd be
we began
concerned
to
because cats
plant,
are frequently jerks, but
harvest,
a dog
and
named
brew.
Tucker is probably okay. Will you bring a lock and key? Hey, I'm super stoked about that, chat. You guys
There
didn't
is
see it?
method
Netflix has signed a
wild
deal with
corruption here.
Joe Hill and
It
Gabriel
bears a
Garcia
form
to
of
bring
wretched and
Lock and Key, a
malevolent.
10-episode run of Lock and Key to Netflix, and I am super excited because Lock and Key is actually one of my favorite series of graphic novels of literally all time. It's maybe the 2nd best graphic novel series ever written. 2nd or I mean, it's really, really good. Lock and Key is amazing. If you haven't done yourself the favor of reading Lock and Key, I heartily recommend it. You should go and get them immediately. They are that good. You have 100% trap disarm and more stress than we'd like. Take the free stress disarm. Do you disarm stress? Yeah, you know what I meant. We hit the secret room. Tag it with our lock and key. See, this is how you know Joe Hill is the favorite of the gods, because we brought...
If only
Ooh,
treasure
hello.
could staunch the flow of other worldly
I mean, I could have
corruption.
used the cash, but we finally got a fucking healing item. Granted, it also comes with the problematic penalty of giving us plus 20% additional stress. But the 2 severed heads, that's supremely useful. Those are both very good items. We are not going to continue down that way. There is nothing there we want. That room is empty. So we just walk back, and now we go to the hag, because we know where she's going to be. You once said, Pete, that anticipation is the harbinger of disappointment. I still stand by that, too. Anticipation is the harbinger of disappointment, and I'm certain I'll likely be disappointed in Lock and Key. I mean, I sincerely doubt it's going to be a fully faithful adaptation of the original, just because it's Netflix and it's only 10 episodes. They're going to have a hard time telling the entirety of that story in 10 episodes because it's fairly expansive.
Paid for in blood.
Especially if you flesh it out. Comics, from a story, the way you storyboard a comic and the way you storyboard a television show or a movie, what would you say is the best graphic novel, Pete? I think it's a tie, actually. It's a 2-way tie between Watchmen and V for Vendetta. Alan Moore, despite being an absolute unshaven lunatic Rasputin impersonator, still probably one of the best comic book writers of all time. Second place, I would probably put Neil Gaiman's The Sandman as the 2nd best graphic novel of all time. And then Lock and Key it's a 3rd. I'm sorry, Joe, but I'm sure if Joe Hill was here, he would be the first person to admit that Lock and Key, while fantastically brilliant, is nowhere near the caliber of either Watchmen, V for Vendetta, or The Sandman. I mean, Sandman was also pretty brilliant. Neil Gaiman is... If I had to pick a favorite author, he's probably the short list. If you haven't read any of those, again, do yourself a favor and go get a copy. Like, seriously, your local library will have probably all of those things. And if you went and checked all of them out at your local library, you would be doing yourself a delightful favor. And I bet you would get a positive nod from the librarian. They'd look at you and be like, yeah, you know what? You got good taste. You're in for a fun time. Librarians know. Sweet kill, bro. Another sweet kill, bro, from Django Fett. Although we do need to move Django back into first position because he's not at full effectiveness from where he's swinging at right now. Start working this over, going to Weber with a little bit of poison. That man is actually dead. We might be able to get 10 damage out of this shot. Little bit close. We got greedy. We should have just gone for the other spider. We could have got 1 kill. Are you sure that's not the librarian hitting on you, Pete? Well, what's wrong with getting hit on by a librarian? Who doesn't want a naughty librarian hitting on him? I mean, that also seems like a real win.
On its own.
You go to the librarian, the librarian's like, hey, man, You want to talk about maybe a little fun time? Did you hear about that lock and key thing? What do you say to a little Netflix and chill? You'd be like, yeah, let's go get naughty, Miss Librarian. Come on. Or Mr. Librarian, you know, whatever the case may be. Hot librarians come in both varieties. All flavors. You simply must know what is within. Boba Fett, you're an unimaginative bastard. Like, you didn't see that one coming? You were expecting an M. Night Shyamalama ding-dong style plot twist. You'd be like, it can't be just a torch in the torch holder. What could it possibly be? Woo! So the hag is either here or here. No, the hag is actually definitely here, but the path we take to get there is irrelevant. It's got to go either one of these roads. So far, Boba Fett has been unbelievably enthused about a sconce bearing a torch and a crate, like an empty crate. You really, like, gotta get a hobby, Boba Fett. Found a trap, too.
Ambushed by foul invention.
It was a cloud of mushroom spores, though. Can you call that a foul invention? Invented by God, Pete. Okay, I mean, that's how you want to go with it, sure. So let's throw that out. Not necessarily for the movement, but actually for the mark. Although this does give us sweet stun opportunities here. Did we get him? Oh, double stun. Oh, it's glorious. Get shit on, by the way. Django Fett just wrecking shop right there. Alright, you can still hit this man who is... You know what would be better than hitting him? Mark him. Why do they have to be a naughty librarian? Why can't there be a strict rule-following librarian who just really likes sex? I suppose there's nothing that says they can't be a by-the-book librarian that's also just a big fan of sexual intercourse. Maybe you're right to call me out on that one, chat. Maybe I shouldn't embrace or like reinforce the stereotype. Let's just mark you. The big guy in front is dead, and nobody can hit that man in the 3-hole. So you're gonna bleed to death. You're gonna step forward, and you're gonna get ruined by a bounty hunter. Yeah, there we go.
Decimated.
Nicely played. Team Mark continues to do solid work for us.
Victory, but a victory.
I'll take the gold. We eat this food. Actually, we can't. Really? Well, we eat the food we can eat. We throw that on the ground. If I can only take one of these things, that thing is going to be the emerald. Although we should also maybe burn this torch and take the onyx.
Safety.
The move charm or the protection stone, probably best just thrown on the ground. I mean, we do have what is effectively a worthless trinket already. We're okay. We don't need the rest of that shit. Party's already in our default order. Let's go beat up an old lady. Also, you know, it's not nice for you guys to call this old woman who lives out in the woods, for you to just call her a hag. I mean, that seems mean. Just because she's an old woman doesn't mean she's necessarily a hag.
Another abomination.
You don't know her life script. What if she's a lovely person? What if she makes, like, delicious ginger snaps? What if she's sitting out there in a gingerbread house just waiting for a passerby to come along so she can reward them with a sugary snack? Ultimately, that sugary snack will be delivered for the purposes of fattening up her victims so that she might murder and betray them. But
Success so clearly.
you don't want to jump the gun on the judgment there.
Or is it merely a trick of the light?
Well, this quickening satchel we already have one of, and it is worth less than this gold. The citrine I'm comfortable throwing on the floor. We want to keep the bandage just in case we need it during the hag fight. Now we go. We're ready. We could, I was thinking about camping, maybe trying to get some extra buffs, but honestly, I don't think we're going to need it. I think we're going to be able to wreck this chick fast enough that it won't matter. We have a problem, though, in that I've brought a bunch of people who can't actually hit the 3rd slot. We should have marked the pot. Smart move here would have been to mark the pot. We have not good damage against the hag herself. We wrecked everything on the way into the hag, but all we can do here is finish her over and over. Mark up the pot. We should be able to womp the pot pretty good if we can get some criticals, though. Like, yeah, we can just instantly eject someone from the pot. The pot cannot be killed, though, which is a bit of a drawback. Captain Phasma going into the pot. Phasma's a bad person to have in the pot because she's our healer and also all of our third slot damage. You cannot be moved, so that's pointless. I suppose we can start throwing caltrops at you and see if we can start maybe getting you bled up a little bit here. Get me out of this infernal cook pot. Don't worry, we're working on it. Django's been seasoned. He was seasoned on the streets, the tough streets of Camino, though. Maybe stack another bleed. Alright, we got the bleed kind of cruising here. I know that you're boiling. Could you... We need you to move back to a position where you can actually start doing stuff, and also we want to move our boy Django into pot-destroying territory. We're tasting the stew. Okay, get Phasma out of the pot. There we go. One-shot pot ejection. Our team is not fantastic when shuffled, and the problem we're encountering is that they seem to be being shuffled like relatively large percentage of the time.
Devastating.
Critical Plague on the Hag is good. 5 per round for 5 rounds. That's 24 total damage. Honestly, I would really rather just move you back. It does leave Django in a terrible spot, but he can keep working the bleeds. We're taking her a piece at a time. Throw Django in the pot. Okay, well, alright. I mean, nobody's in the pot, so there's that. We should probably remark you then. Meat Tenderizer again. Okay, she's getting crazy with the AoE damage, and we don't have good AoE heals here. Keep sticking those bleeds, Boba Fett. We gotta shoot. She was marked. We had the sniper in position. There's nothing better we can do with our time.
A decisive pummeling.
We gotta start hitting that 3 slot and let Django do his job. The bleeds and the blights are really stacked up on her time. In fact, she has fatal damage right now. I don't know what we're even worried about. Like, you're definitely just gonna die. I'm pretty sure the pot is entirely... You know what? Just restore our party order. All we have to do here is wait. Douse the light before you kill her. We're tasting the stew. That shouldn't put us on death's door. Nope. So we're going to crush our light. Okay, chat, you light babies. You guys, jeez, I'm telling you. This is not going to matter. We're still going to get like 2 shitty trinkets. It doesn't matter.
A hand's breadth from
Phasma's at
becoming
death's door.
unwound.
I fear I'm lost. Get out of the pot, girl. We just need one person to take an action here. All right, here. Radiant light, shadowy light, dark light. Are you happy now? It's black as pitch.
Much worse than
We're going to get Captain Phasma off death's door. And then we're just going to have Django Fett probably kill you. You motherfucker. Boba Fett, you piece of shit. You're lucky, Boba Fett. You're fucking lucky. You put Phasma back on death's door. What did we get? So dousing a light got us... I don't know whether we could possibly credit the blueprint with that, but I'm not. And what did we still get? Okay, we got like 1 decent trinket and 3 shitty ones. Captain Phasma, I would like for you to eat enough food to get off of death's door. Also, I kind of want all of these things, and we're basically done in the dungeon anyway, so see you in hell, all of that stuff. Take those things. We're going to continue adventuring because we want to camp. We've got enough food we can feast. A little bit of stress relief here.
gathered close in tenuous firelight and uneasy companionship.
How do we want to handle the remaining stress relief? Does anyone need cured of a disease? Anybody got a disease? Darth Plagueis, he's always on the lookout for disease. I mean, you get the Crimson Curse, there ain't shit we can do about that. Captain Phasma, no other diseases abound. So, we don't really care about... We want to prevent nighttime ambush, that's for damn sure. We don't have something that prevents nighttime ambush, that's very bad. None of you guys has... Nope. Well then, in the event of nighttime ambush, I guess we should like somebody to be relatively well healed. Let's field dressing you. Healed you for 41. Then I think we'll wound care you. Heal you for 7. We have nothing else to do with you. Here, give her experimental vapors. And then the rest of it, I guess we're just going to spend time, like, encouraging. We have 2 encourages we could throw out here. 21 stress, 36 stress, 32. So you get encouraged. Anybody else got encouraged? You do. Encourage Darth Plagueis. Hey, Darth Plagueis, you're doing well. I mean, I'm certain your apprentice isn't going to turn on you and betray you ultimately until he gets his face fried by a reflected force lane from a lightsaber. That's when the lightsabers start to reflect force lightning, by the way.
The way is lit. The path is clear.
Garlic fries
You
versus
require
chili
only
cheese
the strength
fries.
to follow it.
Garlic fries, good God, chili cheese mixed together and you have magic. I don't know, man. I think a lot of it depends on the type of fry. What kind of fries are we putting? Either the garlic, and I'm assuming Parmesan, because you can't have garlic fries without garlic Parmesan fries. Otherwise, you're just wasting an opportunity. So we're going to say garlic Parmesan fries versus chili cheese fries. My question is, what kind of fry are we sticking that on, though? Are we talking like a steak? Oh, good God, Jank. You guys got so much resolve, though. Like, way too much resolve. Cove Tactician. We picked up Fear of the Unholy, which is terrible. Darth Plagueis picked up Evil Eye. Captain Phasma now has bad humors. We didn't really make a whole lot of money. Chili cheese chips.
In time.
Well, are we
you will
talking
know
like a
the
large
tragic
flat
extent
fry?
of
Or are
my
we talking like
failings.
a skinny diminutive fry? It makes a pretty significant difference. If we're talking about a diminutive fry, like say the kind that they have at Steak and Shake, also often called like shoestring fries. If we're talking shoestring fries, I gotta go with the chili cheese. Because if you're going garlic Parmesan, there's not really enough surface on a shoestring fry for that to really soak into and give you a lot of flavor. But the chili cheese with shoestring fries acts like a glue. It's like a binding substance that makes the shoestring fries actually easier to get inside your head. So if we're talking shoestring fries, I gotta go with the chili cheese. If we're talking big, solid steak fries, like the kind you normally get in like fish and chips, the wide, flat kind of fries, chipped fries, in that case, I gotta go with the garlic Parmesan. Because there's a lot of surface area for the garlic Parmesan to work with on the steak fry, plus there's a lot of extra potato in there. It's got substance that delicious juice can soak right into the chip. Whereas if you throw chili cheese on top of a steak fry, you're just making a mess, really. You're actually making it more difficult to eat. I've put a lot of thought into my fry meta, chat.